Yeah, well, I actually looked it up. The current U.S. population 2024 has a 0.53% increase from 2023. So about 0.5%.
Correct.
And they are saying that immigrants can reverse the potential decline.
Correct.
Yeah. So I mean, they're not declining, but the growth is almost flat.
Yeah, but that growth is including, is it including immigrants that came here or just Americans itself?
I'm not sure.
Because I know for a fact that our birth rate, our American birth rate per couple is less than 2. So that is a declining population.
Yeah.
But even a 0.5 wouldn't be
it's
enough.
basically flat.
Correct. So we need these people.
Yeah.
We need them to come in here. But this is my point. Somebody convinced somebody that a wall is going to stop them. First of all, I do this as a joke, but come on. Nobody would ever walk to America over 1,000 miles from Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica. Like literally, these people literally walk the entire way. You really believe that that person is going to get to our border, see a wall and go, okay, let's go back. Like this is it. That's the end of it.
U-turn.
Oh man, there's a wall. Oh man, if only somebody had invented a ladder, like,
or a tunnel.
It's so simplistic and stupid. But here's the thing. We already have a law. Don't employ illegal immigrants. They don't employ themselves. This is us employing them.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't want them here, stop employing them.
Yeah.
It's really that simple.
Right, but then tomatoes will cost $10.
Okay. And then 2 days later, we would all say, let's bring them back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's plus, it's like this whole thing like, an illegal alien took my job. I talk about this on stage. I go, how bad was your fucking interview? Like, can we talk about that part of this? I get that you're mad that somebody that's not legal took it, but the person can't speak English. You can. What did you say in English? In Oklahoma, that made them hire the guy that can't speak English. That's how bad your interview was. And so, I do this whole joke about this lady who really exists, by the way. And I've met 3 different versions of her. So you'll hear 3 different versions of it. First person I met was literally on Route 17, driving into the state of New York from Jersey. 5 exits on the right-hand side is a 24-hour McDonald's. And the lady's name was Mayra, all right? In Plano, Texas, off of the George Bush Highway and the Dallas Tollway North. On the eastern side, 3 exits on the right-hand side, there's another McDonald's. Her name is Maria. And off the 101 in Santa Maria, California, there's another lady named Maria. So it's Mayra, Maria, and Maria. All 3 of them. All 3 of them have really thick accents. All 3 of them tried to sell me creepy chicken. All 3 of them, all right? All 3 of them, instead of saying crispy, they were like creepy. So all 3 of them. And I do this whole joke about the whole story about it. But the part that I love, the part that I want to get to, is a part where my friends are like, that's the problem with these people. They come from other countries, they don't learn the language, and now we got to go somewhere to get food because she can't pronounce crispy chicken. And this is the part of the joke that I love. When they go, are you mad at her? And I say, no, I'm not mad at her because she's not the problem. She's a symptom of the problem. And they go, who are you mad at? I'm mad at every single American that applied for that job and was bested by her. That's who I'm mad at. I'm not mad at her. She was the best. I am mad at the interviews of the people that were so shitty that the McDonald's Corporation literally said, you know what? We're going to sell creepy chicken and fellatio fish. By the way, she said fellatio fish. Fellatio fish. My black friend Randy yelled out, she got fish and suck a dick in the car. Real story, bro. And that's who I'm mad at. But what I love about that joke is that it brings people to a space that they don't think about often enough, right? That they don't process often enough, that they don't go. So you talk about that special, another version of that joke today that I wouldn't do then, but that because of the time. And now It's like America's such a great country. Now it depends on how I set it up. Sometimes I set it up very contrived and I say, America's such an amazing country that we break laws of mathematics. We do things in America that are literally mathematically impossible. And then I say the joke. Sometimes I just go, you want to know how amazing America is? We have fat, poor people. Let them marinate in it. And then I do other stuff that reveals, like, go to your local university, walk into the math department, tell them America has fat, poor people. Can you figure out this equation? And it goes through a whole litany of things. But it's all about people, like, beginning to see the cool parts about America, instead of just everything sucks. Like, I do this one joke, and it was born from a buddy of mine who was talking so much shit about America that I recorded it. And I have a friend. He's a French Canadian, but he can speak with a very French accent. So I invited him to have a dinner with me and my friend who was saying all the stuff. I made my friend, who's an actor, memorize his entire speech. And while we were hanging out, just as friends, we started talking about America. And then he started saying all the shit that my friend was saying. And literally 2 to 3 sentences into how much America sucks, my friend was like, who the fuck is your friend, bro? Why is he even here? Why is he here if that's what he thinks about this country? And I was like, I got you, bitch. I got you. Those are your words, dude. Those are your words that I recorded, and I pulled out the recording and I wrote them down and I showed them to him and I told him to say that just because I wanted to see your face, how full of shit you are about what you're saying about this country. Now, let him keep talking. And he was like, dude, point taken. I don't want to hear that. It really triggered me, bro. It pissed me off. I was about to punch him in the face. I was like, well, now you know. Now this is it. So I love doing that stuff.
Well, sometimes the jokes write themselves. Recently, 50 Cent had his Humor and Harmony weekend in Shreveport, Louisiana. Mm-hmm. You're familiar with this, right?
Yes.
And one of the artists from Shreveport, Hurricane Chris, got really upset and did a whole video basically calling out 50 Cent for not having Shreveport artists, paid to perform and everything else like that. And there was a whole back and forth that went on over this. And recently, 50 Cent just posted this clip. I interviewed Hurricane Chris, and he was talking about how Louisiana has the 4th lowest education system in America. And this is how it came out.
Louisiana got the 4th worst educational system in America. 4th worst out of all 50 states.
50 Cent reposted this.
Oh God. You gotta, and here's my problem with stuff like that. My problem with stuff like jokes like that is that
it wasn't a joke.
It's not a joke.
He was actually
it's
serious.
Real. But
Yeah.
if people that are not black start making fun of that, it all of a sudden becomes like, hey, why are you punching down? You've heard that. Punching down.
Yeah, I've been accused of this.
Punching up. I don't understand what that means.
Look, Hurricane Chris just basically stumbled his words.
Sure, but it's funny as hell.
He's a smart guy.
Sure.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
And I was going to correct him, but I'm like, I'm just going to let this fly and see what
course
happens.
not.
And see what happens.
Of course you gotta do
And
it.
when he's commenting about it, he said, oh, yeah, no, I stumbled my words a little bit and so forth. Of course, 50's having a whole field day with it.
Of course it is,
and so forth.
but you gotta do that, and that's what you gotta do, and that's funny and whatnot. But look, I do this, something liberated comedically a couple of years ago, ish, and I'm a different comedian today. I have always been sensitive as a comedian to the envelope, so to speak, when it comes to pushing the envelope. I'll push the envelope, but I know where the edge is. I've always known where the edge is for humanity. I've always kind of tried to respect that edge. But my friend invited me to an LGBTQ show. And I was very angry. I just got and I got angrier and angrier during the show because they were telling all the jokes that supposedly we're not supposed to tell. They were saying all the words we're not supposed to say. And I said to my friend, you need to let me go up on stage and call these people on their bullshit. And he said, okay, we'll put you on last. And I went up there and I put him on blast. And I told him, you know, you guys ask for equality, but you don't give it. You ask me to treat you like an equal. But when it comes for you treating me like an equal, you don't. Because if I were to say the same jokes that you guys told here, you guys would get all up in arms and say, you can't say fag. You can't call him a twinkity fag. But you guys did it and laughed at it. Why can't I do that?